There's something so alluring about archaeology. It's almost like watching a detective solve mysteries right before our eyes. The clues are all there, buried underground. All that is left is finding them. Archaeology is oftentimes seen as the poster boy of history by other historians. Its flashy discoveries often grabbing the spotlight, stealing the public's attention like no book ever could. Even a single archaeological find, no matter how insignificant, can make a whole slew of academic writing obsolete in a second. And some of these discoveries are so mysterious that they have the ability to change the way we view history completely. That being said, let us take a look at 10 most mysterious archaeological finds. Number 10. Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines of Peru are nothing spectacular if viewed from the ground, but when they are seen from the air, they are astounding. As proven when they were first spotted by commercial aircraft in the 1920s and 30s. One thing all the archaeologists seem to agree on is that the hundreds of enormous shapes, ranging from geometric lines to complex depictions of animals, plants, and fictional figures, were made over 2,000 years ago by people of the pre-Inca Nazca culture, who simply cleared the red surface pebbles to uncover the lighter earth below in designs of their own. Why they used to do this remains a mystery, prompting conspiracy theorists to throw about ideas of alien landings and ancient astrology. The simpler truth is that these lines were more likely to have been a ritual communication method with the Nazca's deities, according to archaeologists.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. Turin's Shroud. There is perhaps no archaeological discovery more disputed than the mysterious Shroud of Turin, which most believe is the burial shroud of Jesus Christ. This long piece of twill cloth contains remnants of blood, as well as the darkened indentation of a man's body. The Catholic Church initially recorded the existence of the shroud in AD 1353, which is when the cloth surfaced in a church in Loire, France. But the tale of the shroud dates back to older times. As the legend states, the shroud was transported from southern Palestine to Edessa, Turkey, and later to Istanbul. When Crusaders ravaged Constantinople in AD 1204, the cloth was shifted to Athens, Greece, where it was supposedly held until AD 1225. In the 1980s, researchers got their hands on the cloth to try and decide its real age through radiocarbon dating. They established that the alleged burial cloth of Jesus was actually crafted between AD 1260 and AD 1390. In other words, the scientists worked out that the cloth was possibly a medieval forgery. However, critics of this research disagree, saying that the scientists may have tested newer parts of the shroud that were stitched together centuries after Jesus' death, which would explain why the shroud does not look as old. Number 8. The Cot Shebib. You could correctly assume that a 150-kilometer-long stone wall would serve a very clear purpose, but that does not seem to be the case for the Cot Shebib. This enigmatic wall in Jordan was first revealed in 1948, and archaeologists still don't quite know why, when, or who it was built by. The wall runs north-northeast to south-southwest, and has sections where two walls run alongside each other, as well as sections where the wall branches off. Although at present the wall is in shambles, in its prime, most of it would have stood about 1 meter high and only 0.5 meters wide. It's not likely that the Cot Shebib was constructed to keep out invading armies. However, it may have been built to keep out less dangerous enemies, such as hungry goats, for instance. Remnants of ancient agriculture to the west of the wall indicate that the structure may have served as a boundary between ancient farmlands and pastures of nomadic farmers. Number 7. Costa Rican stone spheres. Giant stone spheres, several dating back as far as AD 600, are scattered over the Diquís Delta of southern Costa Rica. They are locally called Las Bolas, or the Balls. These creations were the makings of a pre-Columbian civilization, and the majority of them are made from gabbro, a rock that is formed from molten magma. According to archaeologists that studied the ancient rocks, the people who sculpted the stones into their perfectly spherical shapes probably did so using other small stones. Various non-experts have assumed that the so-called Dikis spheres were utilized for astronomical purposes, while others speculate they may have pointed the path towards significant areas. The reality is that no one is quite sure of their true purpose. The Chibchan people, who once populated Costa Rica and other parts of Central America, vanished in the midst of the Spanish conquest, and the purpose of the spheres vanished along with them. Number 6. Voynich Manuscript. One of the most popular books of the 20th century was an ancient text that no one was able to read. The Voynich Manuscript was discovered by an antique bookseller in 1912 and is a 250-page book written in an unknown alphabet and drawn with a variety of illustrations, from medicinal herbs to zodiac signs. The book, which is currently placed at Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, dates back to around 600 years, and according to researchers, was most probably written in Central Europe. While certain scholars think that the book is just a Renaissance-era ruse filled with incomprehensible words, there are also some who believe the book's text is written in an unknown language. Others think that the book lays out some kind of code that has yet to be deciphered. Number 5. Underwater cairn. In 2003, scientists in Israel uncovered an enormous stone structure beneath the Sea of Galilee. This structure is made up of many giant stones placed on top of each other and weighs approximately 60,000 tons and rises up to nearly 10 meters high. The scientists who discovered this underwater rock pile or cairn have no clue what purpose it may have served, although cairns in other areas of the world usually mark burials, as stated by researchers. Other large rock structures are also situated nearby, albeit none of these known structures are underwater. Researchers explained that it's likely that rising sea levels sunk what was once a land-based cairn. It is also believed that this aquatic monument could date back more than 4,000 years, or could be the remains of some sort of fortified settlement. Number 4. The Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is a gold-covered wooden chest that holds the stone tablets of the first 10 commandments, according to the Book of Exodus. In ancient times, this holy box was placed in the First Temple, a Jewish place of worship in Jerusalem. But according to the Hebrew Bible, the First Temple was wrecked in 587 BC by a Babylonian army headed by King Nebuchadnezzar II. While no one knows for sure what became of the Ark, numerous people have gone looking for it since its disappearance. No one has actually ever found the holy relic. Certain ancient reports say that the Ark made its way to Babylon after Nebuchadnezzar's raid of the city. Others say that the Ark was buried somewhere in Jerusalem, or that it was demolished alongside the First Temple. Present reports state that the Ark resides in a monastery in Ethiopia. Number 3. Shi Huang's tomb. No archaeological list is complete without a mention of a tomb, and this particular one is the most spectacular of all. In 1974, farmers in China's Shanxi province coincidentally uncovered one of the greatest archaeological finds of the 20th century: the life-size terracotta army of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. The ornately sculpted figures aren't exactly a mystery. Historians are aware that the clay army was built to protect China's first emperor in the afterlife. However, no one really knows where exactly the emperor is buried, or what treasures his burial chambers might be concealing. A pyramid-shaped mausoleum is situated about a mile from where the terracotta army was uncovered, but no one has really ever entered the mausoleum that holds Qin Shi Huang's remains. According to ancient documents that describe its construction, Qin Shi's final resting place is the most grandiose tomb ever created in China. It is essentially an underground palace that includes a surrounding kingdom. The mausoleum is made up of a lattice of caves and even includes an advanced drainage system. Whether archaeologists will ever have the technology they need to safely dig out the tomb remains an enigma, as do the many treasures that lay within it. And with that, it is now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. While this picture is not extremely clear, it can be seen that this could possibly be some archaeological excavation site, as a tractor and a crashed plane can be seen. Although what kind of dig site it is, no one can be sure. Number 1. Antikythera Mechanism. This relic seems entirely like something taken right out of a fantasy treasure hunting movie. Even to this day, the discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism has left people completely stumped. It was found in the sunken wreckage of a Greek cargo ship that happens to be at least 2,000 years old. This circular bronze artifact contains a series of interlocking gears and strange characters carved all around its exposed faces. While it was initially thought to be a sort of navigational astrolabe, archaeologists continued to research its true purpose, and presently have come to know that it was, at the very least, an incredibly intricate astronomical calendar. The Antikythera Mechanism is still the most revolutionary device ever discovered from that particular period, predating the next appearance of similar devices by about 1,000 years. And that concludes our list of the 10 most mysterious archaeological finds. Let us know in the comments section below which one of these you absolutely cannot seem to comprehend. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon.